So when we're talking about CP, cerebral palsy, we are talking about usually something that happened to the newborn preterm or at around the birth. More commonly, it's preterm and it causes damage to certain areas of the brain. And the area it involves is the main thing that define which type of cerebral palsy will have the newborn will have. Now, cerebral palsy mostly presents with motor or balance problems. Now, look at the types, at the area that the brain can be damaged. Based on the damaged area in the brain, the symptoms will be, the type of the cerebral palsy will be. We have a spastic type, which is caused by damage to the cerebral cortex. And spastic means the newborn will be stiff. And this type, this spastic type, is the most common type. We have the dyskinetic type with some movements. It caused damage to the basal ganglia, and it is divided into atetosis, slow continuous involuntary movements, and dystonia, twisting movements. We have the ataxic one, which damages the cerebellum, and we have the mixed, damage to multiple areas, and therefore we have multiple symptoms. And for example, spasticity plus dystonia, which dystonia comes from a dyskinetic, the second type, is a mix that can happen. So there is, for example, in this case, damage to the cortex and the basal ganglia. So those are the four types of cerebral palsy, which something around the birth, usually before but not only, cause damage. Now, what can cause damage around the birth? Before the baby is born, you can have, for example, infectious causes, toxoplasmosis, CMV, cytomegalovirus that can cause it. So you can see that in the causes for the damage, you can find infections from the maternal, some bleeding, toxin, and oxygen problems with the umbilical cord or the placenta. After birth, you can also have lack of oxygen, for example, in the birth procedure that was complicated by something that caused asphyxia to the newborn. Brain infection, severe head injury, severe untreated jaundice, like kernicterus, unconjugated bilirubin that accumulate in the newborn can cause kernicterus, which can be toxic to the brain. And toxic to the brain, namely, it can cause damage to one of the areas that can cause cerebral palsy. So this is and there is no cure for this. Once you have cerebral palsy, you will be with it. There are some treatment, let's call them, that try to improve function. But as you can see, physical occupation and speech therapy, medication, surgery, assistive devices, all try to help, but no one can cure cerebral palsy. And cerebral palsy is mainly motor. And don't forget the four types of cerebral palsy, with spastic cerebral palsy being the most common type. So this is about cerebral palsy. Thank you very much. Thanks for this four types image from this paper, Neurobiological Insight into Cerebral Palsy. Thank you all very much, and this is about cerebral palsy in some words, CP.